Here is some contemplation if you are into non-duality. Oftentimes we point at you being not this body, so you can discover yourself as awareness. Now, when you discover yourself as awareness, there is a really simple exercise to be as this awareness. It's like mindfulness on steroids. Simply pick 3 objects inside of the space in which you reside and then feel the distance to each one of them. So let's say right now, pick 3 objects, and I will do so too. I will pick a doorknob, and I will pick a painting, and then I will pick a candle. And now I start to feel the distance to these objects. What this does, feel the distance to these objects all at the same time. What is that this does, it shifts your awareness into space of awareness. So space of awareness is a dimension in which your body appears and reality or renderings of objects appear. You can call it a quantum space, because also you could experience a type of samadhi where, if you actually stay with this practice, you would eventually probably experience a type of samadhi where the world dissolves and your body dissolves and there is just space. Now there's another type of samadhi where also there's no space at all. So there's just consciousness. And so in the origins of reality, consciousness is placed, and then a space is constructed, and then the build of objects, body, mind, and stuff, everyday reality arises. Now, when I'm talking about this, I'm creating mental compartments, placeholders, where I say that you are consciousness. Then you project the awareness, and the space arises with that awareness, and then stuff also happens. And now we have more separation, but we're actually talking about non-duality. Now, if I'm going to say I'm not that painting, I might mean I'm not this, I'm this, right? That would be the very early phase of being in a physical reality, because you learn to have a distinctual relationship from the body that you are operating with your will and other objects that kind of stay fixed there, or other people that operate through their own will. So we have individuals and we have duality. We have duality. We have this and this, and then we have that, and then we have this. Okay, so these are constructs. Duality is a construct within the experience. Now, in all truths, all of the objects and the space, the energy of which objects are created and the space are one. The observer, or consciousness, is also not separate from the space and energy. So fully integrated non-duality, I don't know if it can be experienced. It can be experienced with talking, right? But like, we have to also kind of kick back from understanding this through our intellect. For example, triangulate with that space around you, finding objects, and then shift yourself into awareness. Now, the story is a sensation that is appearing inside of the awareness, it's not separate. The body as a sensation that is appearing inside of the awareness is not separate. This painting or that painting or other objects that appear in the awareness are not separate. Space is not separate. So I am is awareness being awake, and it feels itself. Now this feeling of self contains the body. It contains the sensation of mental perceiving or storytelling. It's like a script that is like being spoken and then heard and then interpreted, right? So that's another layer inside of self. Now, the objects are also inside of self, right? So now my identity is sort of containing this and this and this. And then I can still say, these are my headphones. And in a way, that implies duality, okay? Like I have these headphones. Now, they do appear in my awareness and they are a part of me. They are a sensation that arises in me, or a construct that arises in the awareness of the I am. And then other objects that I also see with my physical eyes, so I can see that they're physically separate from my physical body. In the awareness, they're not separate. They're all constructs inside of what I am. Now, I might say, maybe for analogy, imagine that you have two operating systems. One operating system is of your body, with your physical eyes and instincts also. You're able to not get hit by a car. To have your body not to be hit by a car. So there is fear there. There is an instinctual relationship of your body to other objects or people in the world, where if your physical solidity is threatened, you will remove your body from danger. Now yourself is not in danger because you are just awareness in which this danger also arises. So this is necessary because the body needs to evolve, and there will be different physical conditions. So that's one level of the operating system, or one operating system. Is a physical reality where objects might be colliding, and then you might feel, okay, that something is not safe, or the fire might burn you, so you learn as a baby, not to touch hot things. Now, when you are awareness and the body resides within you, circumstances of reality, that's other objects around you, also reside in you. If you're observing the world from this higher operating system or higher perceptivity, it's just another perspective. As I said, you were consciousness first before there's any appearance of the body or the world, and you are always that. It exists without space and time, and the construct of reality. So you're the absolute. You cannot be harmed or questioned or interpreted, because nothing that in this reality happens is really influencing the observer, the experiencer. The experience simply experiences the arising of the body, arising of different sensations, and you can, within this construct of reality, you can express yourself, you can create art, or sing, or do whatever. And then these artworks or song will be other sensations and constructs that arise within the experience. They arise within you. So the dreamer, the observer, and the dream, the construct, are one. They're not separate. Now, if the dreamer now is like, I'm having the body right now, you're having the body. We are the dreamer, right? The dreamer, because ask yourself, is there two dreamers or is there only one? There's only one dreamer, right? Dreaming itself to be many different beings at the same time, having many perspectives. But one dreamer, one dream, infinite perspectives. So now that you're looking at your reality as awareness, and your body resides inside of you, you are one with your body, you are one with this construct of with the dream. In the dream, there are other things. Now, ponder this. Now, if the dream resides within my awareness, and it's one with me, and let's say somebody comes and they start to shoot the gun. Like my physical body, when I'm immersed, identified with my physical experience in this operating system, I could get shot, or I need to like duck or run away. But observing that I am, and in the I am the dream is contained, somebody in my dream, within my dream, is shooting a gun, let's say towards me. Does the bullet hit me let's say if I just perceiving that this is happening in my dream, if just a thought, like a slight thought arises, like I don't want to be hit by this bullets, slugs. Ponder, is it possible then that they just and all of the bullets just miss me? Or I just do like this and the bullets stop, like in the Matrix, if you remember Neo. So all of a sudden, how dream develops is not by a physical laws of the physical universe that scientists explain, that were conditioned by believing that they were in the body, in the physical universe. No, the dream is within you. And you are one with it. So let's inspect this. If you are one with the whole fabric of the dream, then these bullets just arise in your awareness. There is probably some laws in the dream, like gravity. There are machines creating like a gun that like is shooting these bullets and whatnot. But these laws are within you. These machines, these cars, these guns, they are within you, within your dream. They are subconstructs within a construct of your dream. Everything is happening inside of your dream bubble. So now, who decides on the behavior of things or actors in the dream? Now, this is also really interesting. Let's say that they're independent dreamers or independent other beings in the world, because it's like a multiplayer video game. It's like a multiplayer dream arena, right? So you decide your own destiny and I decide mine. Now let's say I'm shooting the gun. I want you to get hit by a bullet, but you decide you don't want to get hit by a bullet. Now we can be both Western movie protagonists, you know, those like cowboys that now we're having a showdown. And then who pulls the gun first? Either you die or I die. But let's say we are both awareness. And in the space of this awareness, I want to shoot you. But you decide you want to shoot me. Can we reconcile this? Because who is now creating the reality experience? Because we're co-creating, right? Now ponder this. Can the dream create multiple appearances so that even if we are in the multiplayer arena, you get to have your own experience, which is like you shot me and I died, you never see me again, and continue living your dream, but then I shoot you and you die and I never get to see you again, and then I continue living my life, remembering how I shot you, and you remembering how you shot me. Well, what if it is possible that we both get to experience what we chose, and the dream works for both you and me, because who are we in the end? We are the dreamer, right? So can the dream make the appearance of I'm having the dream with this body, I'm going with the gun, I shoot somebody else? But then at the same time, I'm that somebody else dreaming that I shot this guy. Who won? So this quantum nature is like non-binary also. It's not either or, you can have both realities. And I am is experiencing, and choosing through this individual perspective, this individual point of view, is choosing their experience from each individual perspective. So I get to shoot you, you get to shoot me, but we also both continue to experience. We also both get to die, but we also both get to continue to experience what happens after in our story. What do you think?